Hello, my name is PokerFaceAvat and welcome to the second episode of This Week in Speedrunning. Thanks a lot for all of your feedback after the first episode, and let's see what news we have tonight. First of all, I'd like to make a quick follow-up to last week's episode. Back then, we talked about Dragon Quest III beaten in under 6 minutes by swapping 3 other cartridges into the Super Famicom. The Japanese community went even further, creating a sort of an anything goes category to see how low can they go. 11 seconds done by shortening a pin on the cartridge is the current answer. In the last episode I also mentioned a new world record for Penumbra Black Plague any percent. I said that Kakeri's time was better than Jakey's without being able to use quick saves or quick loads. Well, this week Kakeri not only took the world record in any percent yet again, he also did so for the quick saves allowed category. He got a 10.52 there, which absolutely demolished Jakey's time by 36 seconds. As Kakeri himself told me, his current goal is to get an any percent run of less than 11 minutes and 20 seconds, which means right now he has 4 seconds to go, and at this point every tiny mistake could kill a sub 11:20 paced run. As for QSA or quick saves allowed, he doesn't treat the category very seriously and doesn't have any more plans on running in the near future. Though he also explained that there is a 30-second time save by default in the QSA category because you can quick save and quick load certain cutscenes away, saving nearly 30 seconds. Essentially, right now he set a QSA time that's gonna be very tough to beat for anyone trying and may stand for a while. All that's left for me is to wish him good luck on the sub 11:20. Need for Speed Underground 2. And I know what you might be thinking if you know this game already. A classic, sure, but it doesn't involve any big skips. In these terms, it's mostly just like any other racing game that's not NFS Carbon NG+. And you'd be right. Both the career any percent category and its segments don't really involve anything spectacular. It isn't about the game itself today though. Before the actual news I have for you, let me show you a clip from an episode of Real-Time Chatting from May 2017 to give you some context.
Will you do Underground 2? Have you done it?
I have done Underground 2, but Underground 2's world record is insanely optimized. The guy that holds the world record, Evil, told me he's practiced a year before that run came to be. You know, you need to have a manual gearbox and just insanely amount of driving skill that he displayed during this run, and it is a really, really difficult time to beat. People try segmented runs of Underground 2 and don't get close to his RTA time. Okay,
hell.
that is the amount of driving skill that guy has, and that is insanely hard to beat. I think I would also need like a year of practice just to get close to his time because it is that optimized. There's so much time invested in that.
Well, the world record for any percent stood years after Cruz's appearance in the podcast. And it was broken last week. Mada finally took the world record from Evil. According to Speedrun.com, Evil has been the only person to hold a world record for NFS U2 since the game appeared on the site. His world record streak started with a run of 7 hours and 20 minutes done on the 26th of July 2015. That means Mutta not only took the world record Kuru was talking about and one that ended up standing for over 4 years, but he also broke Evil's world record streak of almost 6 years. Chibi-Robo is a platform game originally released for the GameCube in 2005. It's one of the rather small games with the community consisting of just a couple dedicated people. It had a pretty major breakthrough this week as they finally discovered a way to reach the upstairs part of the game early, a skip that's been theorized for years at this point. It would surely bring a sub 2 hour time into existence, especially on the faster Japanese version of the game. During the part of the game known as rail training, Kobasco managed to fall off a rail and bring up a text box at the same time, essentially allowing them to be able to move. As long as they tapped the Z to bring up a text box and delay a cutscene that's ending this entire part, only to be able to move for a frame before being forced to tap Z again to bring up the text box again and again and again. No biggie, right? So all in all, it took Kobasco merely 5 hours to get to the load zone that could be useful for the run. What you're watching right now is a video of them moving sped up by 10,000%, and it takes about 2 minutes. But when they actually got there, I'll just let the recording speak for itself.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait, the song's still going. What's gonna happen? 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 Oh my god, load it.
The music is still playing.
I'm in! Wait! Should I save? I'm gonna go out. Wait, no, I'm gonna make a safe state.
Make a safe state. Yeah.
Make a safe state.
Fuck, I want to delete that one. Okay, I'm going out.
What happens now?
It has to be normal. It has to be a normal foyer.
It's normal! Oh, my god! Oh my god! Hold on. There's no ladder. You can see it. There's no ladder. Oh my god!
It actually happened.
It happened! It fucking happened!
There's been a $100 bounty put for finding upstairs early a couple months ago. Since this is still not an RTA viable setup, the bounty still stands, except it has been raised to $250 since then. So if you think you can find the setup they've wanted for so long, better start looking for your controller. Speaking of bounties, there's another one that's actually set this week. PMC Trilogy is a man you might know from running a variety of games, including Just Cause 1 and 3, especially this run of 3 from HDQ 2021. This week he started his final fight with the dreadful Chaos Points in Just Cause 2. Allow me to explain. Just Cause 2 is a great game gameplay wise. Even if it tends to be a bit repetitive at times, and we'll talk about that part in a second, it's still a pleasure to just sink into it and enjoy some sheer distraction from time to time, even if I have some nostalgia speaking through me. The issue with the game is that distraction is not always an addition, it's also a requirement. In order to be able to unlock next agency missions and be able to finish the game, one must gather chaos points. Like a lot of chaos points. And we need so many of them that about a half of the current 2-hour any percent world record is just grinding points in the most efficient known way. And while shooting up army bases with a heli sounds awesome at first, it certainly stops being fun after, 20 minutes? PMC Trilogy has sought for a solution everywhere from SDA to game FAQs, and now you can help too. A way to access story missions without having to grind chaos points means $100 to whoever does it. I know chaos points is the factor that stopped me from running this game, and I can't be the only one. That's why I'm rooting so hard for this to actually work. Hitman Blood Money has generally two speedrun perspectives. On the one hand, you have the pro SA category when one must play on the professional difficulty, and for a casual player it's as if walls had ears and eyes, even if driven by the 2006 AI. On top of that, you need to reach the highest silent assassin rating, with the game having like 1 million of them. On the other hand, there is any percent and NG+, where the only goal is to fulfill objectives as fast as possible, not really caring if you're seen or shot at. And to be fair, both approaches are really fun to both watch and play. The game saw a new world record in the any percent category of 20:55 by 3baller, the first 20 in this category. Here I'd like to point out a couple things about 3baller himself. Despite being in the community for just a couple months, he now has the world records in all 3 categories. Not only the latest world record in any percent was the first 20 in the category, 3baller himself is the only person to have a 21 in any percent, making it only so more impressive. Right now he's a minute ahead of the second place in every category, with any percent and NG Plus taking only 20 minutes and Pro SA taking only 27 minutes. Finishing this week's news, let's talk a bit about marathons happening this week. Mid-Spring Speedfling, organized by Midwest Speedfest, is live on Twitch now at Midwest Speedfest, and they started on Thursday. They will be live up until Sunday, that's the 25th of April. They're raising money for Sweet Relief, a charity supporting musicians and music industry workers struggling to make ends meet. The other marathon we'll be seeing this week is UKSG Spring 2021. As always on the ESA channel, that's ESA Marathon on Twitch. Starting today, Friday, they will be live up until Sunday as well. Both schedules have fantastic games in them. Make sure to check both of them. The links will be in the description as always. And that would be all for this week. Thank you for watching this week's episode. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to not miss future episodes. If you have any feedback or comments about the show or today's news, make sure to leave a comment. Don't forget to follow the show's Twitter, that's TWI Speedrunning. You can send me a DM there if you have any news worth sharing. I would appreciate that a lot. From all of us here at This Week in Speedrunning, thank you very much and see you next week.